Well, hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. There we go. Hello, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero here. Been quite a bit since I've had weather content out. We had a lot of Star Wars content. This new beautiful piece here, solid brass, polished brass. It's weighty and it's evil. Now, it's funny, brass, I went down a whole metallurgy kind of thing. Brass is an alloy of copper. And I also have copper here in my drink for the night, so cheers, everybody. That is a great gin and tonic. Not a traditional gin and tonic, but it's good. Copper mule mug. Brass lightsabers. Happy streaming day. So maybe I should go after Elon with his chainsaw with a lightsaber. Pew, pew. I love that it's just ready to go like that. Anyway. Yes, Raymond, I saw a lot. You're watching James Spann. Now, the past few days, I have been following this. I've actually been following Reed Timmer. I haven't followed him in a very long time. And right now, he's live right now, and he intercepted a tornado. There was a really cool shot that he had a couple days ago. And right now, this one, I was like, oh my God, this is actually a tornado intercept. So I'm going to bring this up for everybody right now. If my mouse works, there we go. Oh, 1 second. Forgot to do one thing. It's been so long, I forgot to check all my boxes and stuff. There we go. And it'll be just a small clip because I don't want to copyright infringement, but it's definitely worth a peek here. Okay, so here. This is where, let me get the audio. There we go. Audio's open. So this, he's live right now. This was maybe a half hour ago. And just watch. So there's a tornado forming. They launch rockets into the tornado, which I thought's a really interesting idea.
Where you going? Look straight ahead. How's going? How's going?
So they're following this as it's just forming, and then it spins up right there. They shoot the rocket, and it smacks them. And that the tornado not the TIV, that's the other one. The Dominator that is his. I think he says 13,000 pounds, and it spun. This was incredible. Play that one more time here. And it spun a 13,000 pound vehicle around. There it is. Ready to launch. I think this is just a launching tube. I don't think that's the actual rocket itself. They may have actually gotten some really good data out of this. Watch it right there. It smacks the whole truck. And it spins it and they get stuck in the mud. Alright, let's go back to, let's just see where he is live right now, if there's anything. Alright, there it looks like they're just traveling to somewhere else right now, but that was incredible. I just happened to pull it up and was like, oh, where are they? Maybe I'll show a clip from the other day. But like that clip was wow. Hey, man, what did you think of that? I'll say cheers to that. Good old buddy Reed Timmer. One day, maybe? I don't know. I've actually met some people that are in his circle, but my job right now. But I'd love to chase with him one day. Maybe not all the time, but just at least once. Okay. That was quite the excitement. And now, let's take a look at what's going on out there. Now, Raymond, you may have... Dangers, don't try this at home. Yes. Unless you somehow have the funds and the money to build a 13,000-pound armored tank with hydraulic spikes that can anchor you down. I think that actually caught them very off guard because they do have hydraulic pistons that drive spikes into the ground, so the Dominator doesn't spin. But they were driving alongside the tornado, and it just T-boned them. Imagine you can say you got T-boned by a tornado. Okay. So what's happening out there? Let's take a look. SPC. Today was only an enhanced risk, but there were still tornadoes. So yesterday there was marginal. It started out, I think, when they do the day 2. So today's Tuesday, so Sunday, when they put out the day 2 forecast for Monday, they only had enhanced. Then Monday morning, they upped the enhanced to a moderate. They did not do that today. It was a questionable thing, is if today the Storm Prediction Center was going to up the enhanced to another marginal, but they did not. Oh, interesting. I did not see that. Are they down for mechanical issues, or they're down because they were intentionally taken down? All right, so that's from the Storm Prediction Center there. Now, let's take a quick peek on the surface analysis here. So there's our storm system. And what was very interesting, and this is kind of what they've been following, is over the past 4 days, this system moved from this area, which was going into from the Four Corners through the Texas Panhandle, the Oklahoma Panhandle there, and now it's up here. So it's traveled slowly. Usually, it takes 3 days to cross the country. This took 3 days to go from here to here. So it's a slow mover, and that's going to actually be a factor for our weather, too. Software update. I think they need to do a software update at Air Traffic Control Newark. If you've been following what's going on with Newark Airport. All right, so there's our setup. Triplicate lows, but that's not the interesting part. So we have the occluded front. This is all textbook synoptic scale meteorology here. The wave has crested. So you always start with no wave, then you get a little disturbance that causes a wave. Then the wave peaks. And then once the past peak and it starts cresting, that's the system's weakening. So seeing an occluded front there tells me the system is weakening. So then we have our cold front, warm front. And right here, this is what was stirring up quite a bit of tornadoes over the past few days. You've seen the nightmare at Newark, yes? My parents are traveling tomorrow morning. Originally, they had 6 a.m. flights out of Newark. we have changed that, so they're not flying out of Newark. They are flying out of Westchester, which is kind of like our home airport anyway. It just happened to be cheaper tickets at Newark, so they paid a little bit more to fly out of Westchester, but a bit more of a guarantee that they're gonna fly out of Westchester. Anyway, back to here. So this line right here, this is a dry line. So it's kind of like its own frontal system or frontal boundary. So the warm front's the boundary between temperature difference in air masses, where a warm air mass is taking over a cold air mass. Cold front is where the cold air mass is taking over a warm air mass. And the dry line in between is where we see dew point differences. Now, there's not a lot of stations here to see, but we can kind of make out here where we're seeing it looks like 70-degree dew point, 81 temperature. So, and then on the front side of this, we're seeing a 64-degree dew point. That's really all that I have to go with, 62. Okay, so let's go by this. 62-degree dew point, 64-degree dew point. Yes. Pseudo dry line, but it's still kind of there because it's not as strong as it was. That's probably why they didn't enhance the enhanced to a moderate, because that dry line wasn't as significant. Now, when I was watching them a couple days ago on Sunday, that dry line was definitely a dry line where you had a dew point difference from 50 degrees Fahrenheit to about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Here, like you said, it's kind of a pseudo dry line where we're going from, say, 62, 64 to 70, 68. So it's, yes, pseudo dry line, but still kind of a dry line. But actually, this is the area where Reed Timmer is right now, and that's what spun up that tornado that T-boned him. I'll have to try and save that clip, that specific moment there. Yes. I think of this a bit more as the dry line, but yes, it's kind of like a cold front dry line combo. Because they are pretty close. If the dry line was going out this way, that'd be a bit more of a dedicated dry line, but here, it is kind of the dry line cold front combo. That's what's going on right now from the surface analysis. Now on the maps here, that's kind of lining up with what we're seeing here. There's your cold front. There's the cold front. Actually, it probably moved a little bit since this analysis came out. The cold front's probably right about there. And there's probably, so if that's the center of the low, let me stop the motion here. Make it a little easier to follow. Here we go. Actually, let me go back. Okay. That's a bit more in line with the time frame from the surface analysis. So kind of right up the Mississippi is that cold front. Right up the Mississippi is the cold front, right about there. And that pseudo dry line's kind of like right in here. We'll be following this line right there. And that happened to be where these tornadoes spawned. You can actually see right in the middle here. So like this. That's an overshooting top. I don't know exactly where that tornado T-bone was, but there's some very high cloud tops there. That punched through the tropopause, which is the boundary between the troposphere and the stratosphere, punched through the tropopause, which is usually where clouds can't exist. And there was so much energy in there that it overshot the tropopause into the stratosphere, and then it looks like it's anviling out. Well, I would best say, in layman's terms, a pseudo dry line is, it's a dry line, but it's not as significant in terms of a dew point difference than a regular dry line. Like, wish I could pull up the video. but the map that Reed Timmer's team showed had much more significant difference in the dew points from the front to the back of the dry line. This is not a full dry line, so there's not as big of a difference. And also, it's fairly close, like Raymond said there, to the cold front. So it's not really a full dry line itself, because a dry line would be an independent of the cold front. Here, they were kind of acting with each other. Pseudo dry line. Dry cold front line? Can we make that term up? Raymond, you cool with us making up our own lingo of a dry cold front line? A dry cold front line. All right, so that's what's happening right there. On the big picture, there's the systems. So the cold front itself is right around here. That pseudo dry line, you buy it? Okay. Dry cold front line. So cold front's right here, right along the Mississippi. That kind of pseudo dry line is right through here, which is where Reed Timmer is right now, where he got T-boned. I actually have family members over in Arkansas. I think they were right here. So there was tornadic activity and touchdowns right in here. And they were just north. So they were near the tornadoes, but they were not. I actually don't remember relative to where the Ozarks are, but they're up in the mountains. So mountains help to protect them from tornadoes. But I believe you go from Fayetteville straight down about here, maybe somewhere in here in this kind of mountainy area. That's where they were. That's what the radar looks like. Now, on radar scope, we do still have quite a bit of activity. Severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings. Let's pop up a radar. Yes. Here also you get a lot more data. There you just get plain radar data. Here, you'll get the warnings. So like right here. Ooh, that's a hook. Look at that hook right there. And this is very textbook, where on the right side of the counterclockwise flow, that's where we're kind of seeing the bulk of the DBZs and a lot of the lightning too. The hook is going around this way, so that looks very textbook. Let's switch this over to some velocities. Yeah, the tornado is probably in here. So a lot of the lightning's right over here. That's probably where the heaviest rain is too. But right in there, right there, that's probably where there's something going on in here, where you got the grayish reds surrounded by the greens. Black means there's no data, so a tornado system. So this is just, let's see what we got. It's moving 33 knots, so equivalent to 33 miles per hour at that lower speeds. 1-inch size hail. Yes, there are more classic textbook supercell storms, but there's a very well-defined hook here, so I'll take it. And I did say from the satellite we saw overshooting tops. Not echo tops. I want the enhanced echo top. Let's see where we are. So that's getting up in the 45 to 48. Oh, no, 42 to 48,000 foot height is in there. So there's our lightning core we're kind of keeping. Actually, let me draw the hook. I always forget I can draw in this. We're going to draw our hook. There's the hook. Now let's switch this to the velocity. Look at that. That lines up pretty well there. Where we're following the hook, and then inside the hook there, right down the gullet. And then going with the echo tops. I lost controls here. Did radar scope just freeze on me? Can't change this. That's weird. But let's try to troubleshoot this radar scope here. Let's see. Radar scope reopened. Okay, I got my drop down menu again. Oh, it tried to quit. When I quit radar scope, it tried to quit OBS on me too. Okay, let's redo that. Reflectivity. Draw a hook. There's our hook. Let's go to the enhanced echo tops. All right, so it's still in the kind of higher 30,000 plus range. Up there's where the higher echo tops are. But based on everything else, based on the hook and any debris balls. I don't see any debris balls themselves, but there's quite a lot of activity in here with the lightning following around there. Oh, that's weird. I lost access to this again. It doesn't like when I switch with the drawing. All right. That's weird. I'm just clicking away, and that's not doing anything. Hail, no, but there is the precipitation depiction. Man, I gotta do this again. Hang on. Radar scope keeps opening in the display. I don't want it. Okay. Bring you back. Here we go. I'm not going to draw anything this time. Just know there's a hook. The hook is right where the little tornado icon is. Precipitation depiction. Let's see. Where? I know there was one thing. Oh, maybe not this. Oh, there was an older one. Hang on. Vertically integrated liquid. Boom. Hail right there. I don't know why. Inflation coefficient didn't really have anything in here for hail. Specific differential phase is pointing that out. That's the start of the hook going around this way. So the pinks are heavy rain. The red, I would honestly say there's a little bit of hail in that red hook there. No snow. But still looks pretty active and still in the middle of the tornado warning. Now here's the other tornado warning up here. I don't really see a hook. Potentially that. Potentially this being the hook. Like that. Let's see if I lose access to this menu again with velocity. Not really there, but definitely something going on there. Oh, interesting. All right, so that's what's going on right now. Pretty active. We went this way. Now, what's more relative to our area? This. So it's technically still the same system. However, I don't see any tornadic activity coming our way. So going back to the tropical tidbits here, we start to see Wednesday, the GFS actually isn't showing anything till jumping so 12Z Wednesday to 6Z Thursday. No, it wouldn't be a nor'easter because specifically a nor'easter is a coastal system coming up the coast, not coming across the country. That's weird that it's jumping so much in the model. Something weird must have happened. Oh, it skipped on the model 24 and 30 to go straight to 36. So it's going from hour 18 to hour 36. Something must have happened with those frames there. But the day starts out, and at least your morning for morning commute stuff, dry through the tri-state region and northeast of the tri-state region. Then the rains come overnight into Thursday. Thursday looks like a fairly wet day. Oh, a little blue happening there. You have kind of that Fujiwara effect happening, which is what happened with Hurricane Sandy. There was a low pressure there. Hurricane Sandy's coming up and kind of got pulled instead of out to sea northwestward. And like this is getting pulled slightly northwestward as they kind of rotate around each other like a binary star system. Star Wars. All right, so that's what that's showing. Friday, same thing, wet. It's going to be a wet, yucky next few days. Saturday, still some rain. Sunday, maybe up by you, Raymond, some showers, but down near the city area, New York City area, not so much. More coastline, so like if Delvin was here in Boston, really nothing there. It is Memorial Day weekend, too. And then Memorial Day itself looks pretty good until the night. So it might be a little bit warmer going into Memorial Day. We'll look at the Moss data later. That's what the GFS shows. The Euro here. No dropped frames here. So let's take a look. Nothing comes in until 15Z. Kind of in line. The Euro looks a little faster than the GFS. If I go back to 12Z Wednesday before it made that giant jump, there's the GFS, here's the Euro, ever so slightly ahead. Oh, I hear the trains. Raymond, I don't know if you've been following that story, but New Jersey Transit, that is right outside my window. I see it every half hour. Was quiet for the last few days. Now, I don't take the trains at all. Just not because I don't like them. I love trains. I've always loved trains since I was a kid. Model train sets, and I put up a model train set display for Christmas every year. But it was actually nice to not be interrupted. Like, it could be in a thought, and then all of a sudden you hear bang, and it interrupts your thought. But this was nice. I know it was bad for hundreds of thousands of people, but at least for a select few that live along the New Jersey Transit Railway system, it was nice. Phone's been I didn't realize my phone was connected this whole time. Yeah, on the charger. Okay. Anyway, so that's what the Euro shows. Icon, let's take a peek. Let's switch to the 12Z icon. So kind of in line. It actually looks like it's the fastest as the icon. Soggy day. Friday. It breaks up a little bit on Friday. Still around through Saturday, and overnight Saturday into Sunday it breaks up even more. Maybe a spot shower in the afternoon, more north, so maybe by you. But Sunday looks okay. Monday for Memorial Day itself, this is showing also a bit more north, some pop-up showers. This could be a garden variety thunderstorm. I'm not 100% sure on that, but definitely some pop-up showers look like they're possible until you get near the ocean. So the tri-state region near the ocean with that marine layer will have a bit of a stabilizing effect through Tuesday, and that's as far as that goes out. All right, not going to be as far, but let's see if it's kind of in line. The NAM. So this looks like pretty much in line between 12 and 15Z is when it's going to start. And then it stays raining pretty heavily. And that's that. I don't even bother with the 3 kilometer NAM or the HRRR. The Moss data here. So we're showing, it looks like the overnight lows 50, 51, 54, 52. Pretty stable everywhere, 48. So pretty a cool to chilly overnight, I would say. Tomorrow's highs 56, 56, 55, 54, 54. So still little chilly. I would call that chilly to cool depending on your temperature tolerance. Getting down to the 49, 50, 50. So it looks like it's going to be cool for the next couple of days. And then just looking a little bit more. So Friday is where we start, or Thursday we get back up into upper 50s, low 60s, mid 60s by Sunday. 73 for Monday. So Memorial Day itself, it looked like it was going to be dry and the sun's going to be out. So that probably is what is allowing the temperature to go up a little bit more. 70s. Even though Climo, actually we're going to be right at seasonal. Climo data shows 72 for Islip there, and we're going to be 73. Drips. Sometimes get a little hole in your mouth. Good thing it's the end of the night. Going away from Islip, let's go to Newark, which is usually the hottest spot. 757, 66 on Friday, 66 Saturday, 72 Sunday, 76 for Monday. So it actually looks like it might be a good day for Memorial Day. Yes, Raymond, it does feel like autumn. It feels more like fall than spring. All right, Raymond, let's go up to you. Albany. 56, 51, 55, 57. A little bit more of a warm up as everything's kind of finishing up by Saturday. 63 Sunday, 71 Monday. So it looks like a lot of the area is going to be in the 70s on Sunday. Or sorry, on Monday for Memorial Day. Boston, we're going 50, 49. Ooh, chilly there. 57 for Friday, 58 Saturday. So once the storm system's pretty much out, we got 65 for Sunday, 71 for Monday on Memorial Day, and 72 on Tuesday. So it looks like it continues a little bit. So it looks like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be kind of yucky kind of days. And that looks like it'll be a wrap for the forecast section. Actually, wow, I'm right on time. 45 minutes. I like to do 45 and 45 for the streams now. All right. Still got a good balanced drink. We're going to have a quick intermission. I'm going to switch some things over for gaming. And for gaming, I really want to try and get the PlayStation back up. Haven't had a good way to get gaming content back. So my gaming PC, which also acts as an Xbox, and the PlayStation. Those are in the bedroom right now. So I want to try and get away, get the bedroom set working again instead of just the last time I did, I think I just sat on the floor, which was not the most comfortable. I want to try and see what's out there for something like that. So stay tuned for those more gaming forecasts besides just Minecraft. Although Minecraft is still fun. I sometimes go over the time limit for gaming. What do you mean? Think about that. Response. I'll be right back. We will resume shortly here. And I will see you all in just a few minutes. we are back, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Right, let's pull up some Minecraft. Raymond, did you? I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan, but did you watch my Star Wars fan film, A Grey Dawn? I gotta download some dates. Only an 89 megabyte update, so not too much. Yeah, right. Gaming headphones on. Music again. That quintessential Minecraft music. Game mode on. There's the. Ooh, interesting sounds now. But Delvin's not in, and oh, I didn't post all my stuff. Anyway, that's fine. Me and you, Raymond. I appreciate you as a viewer. Even though I know YouTube, if I don't regularly do live streams, doesn't push notifications. However, the Star Wars stuff, I gained so many subscribers. I gained about 8 subscribers just from posting the Star Wars stuff from this Theory Sabers Emperor Palpatine limited edition lightsaber. You cannot buy this anymore. It is done. From that to my short film, A Grey Dawn, which was a sequel to last year's Star Wars Day special, Evil for Good. So that makes you think, wait, am I evil for good? Or am I evil for good? Very different with the same words. I hear some Obsidian. The rain, right on the rain and snow line. I think that's the sun coming up. I think it was, but ooh, I got something going in here. Oh, I got the iron going. Raw iron. Now for some more copper. That with the rest of the iron. Diamond. That with the copper. Block of copper. I got so much copper. Oh, I got so much copper in the game, and I'm surrounded by a copper mule mug. And a copper alloy brass lightsaber. I just geeked out so hard just then. The chicken. Any more eggs for us? Nope, nothing. Feed the chicken. We make some more eggs. Here before the chicken gets out. Oh no. Whew. It is during the day, but with the rain and the mobs that catch fire, will still survive. Oh, one didn't. Hear the fans kicking up on the computer and it's getting hot. There was an Enderman here. But would have dropped this block. This is as trippy as driving through snow. Wow. About to enter the ice biome here. That's just funny. The way the game mechanic is here. Rain surrounding all the snow, and where the snow is, there's just ice. Same thing here. Yep. Just one single block of snow and ice. Get it? Oh, and it's done. Storm's done. There's the salmon. That there. We saw some of those last time. Low squid? Not exactly what they were. Ooh, new tornado warning, Jackson, Mississippi. I do feel sneeze coming on. think I saved you from the sound of the sneeze by muting myself. Alright, back to the game. This thing. Also gotta try and not get lost. Mississippi and Tennessee. Up surface. And more copper. At least for me right now, the coal would be more functional. Current state. Have down. Blue. Ah, that was close. I heard an echo. Copper. That's a lot of copper. Why there's so much copper it gave me. Shortly. I think I am officially turned around. Oh no. here. And Raymond, yes, potentially it could meet the flash flood requirement. Sorry if you didn't hear that in the microphone, but yes, potentially with all this rain coming through, maybe not so much on the weekend, but over the next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there could be some flash flood warnings issued. Oh, and let me look up super quick here. Ordinance. FNF3. There we go. All right, now I can get back to the coordinates, which I wrote down. Negative 26, 64, 218. Negative 26. Keep going. It was heading towards the right way anyway. That's an interesting look. Sun setting that way. Oh, there's the thing. I know where we are now. There we are. Home. Eat. Home. And we're safe. Observed tornado warning in Albany. You get that real quick. Oh, sorry, not Albany, Alabama. So there's Nashville. So that's Tennessee. Yeah, it's really hard to see all the stuff happening. Switch this also to reflective. Knoxville. Here's Alabama. Is it one of these two you're talking about? Observed. That must be the one. Radar indicated, and here we go. Observed. Now, I actually have a funny feeling observed was from Reed Timmer, because a lot of the tornado warnings that get posted that say observed, Reed reported. This is the one that's observed. There's a hook. Here we go. There's our long hook right there. That we have shear most definitely. Velocity shows, yep. Right in there. There's probably a tornado. I would call it. Oh, there's a couple of spots There could be one in there. There could be one in there. This is interesting there. That has gate to gate shear right there. Look at that. Gate to gate. So between the small squares that the radar can see, we have one in the dark red that's moving at 13 miles per hour. I think it's away from the radar. The other one in the dark green is, that's towards. One's towards and one's away. The one's heading 13 miles an hour away. One's heading 13 miles an hour towards. So that is a difference of 26 mile per hour wind shear. So that is directional wind shear. Winds going in opposite directions. So, right there, I was a betting man, I would bet right in there. Let me draw that a little tighter. Right in here is a tornado. And let's switch this back to reflectivity. Remember that point right there? I mean, it's outside the hook, but there could be something there, and it could also be something there. Let's see. EF0, I always forget what the exact there we go. I always forget what the exact scale is. EF scale for tornadoes. Here we go. Straight from the government. No copyright on any government-run website. EF0, 65 to 85 mile per hour wind. So, maybe not. It could be a lowering wall cloud. Yeah, 5 over 200 miles. That always gets me. Is dark. Maybe time for mining. See how more copper ingots. Put some more raw copper in there. Salmon should next. How would you differentiate tornado winds from damaging straight line wind? The bow echo. The bow echo is always going to be straight line winds. The hook echo, that's always going to be tornadic. So that's one of the bigger things there to differentiate the two. Oh, here's a skeleton walking around somewhere above me here. I do really like the 3D audio with this Minecraft update. It's very, very good for positioning. Alright, let's go all the way down and see how far we go down. Water on both. Water on all these sides. At which side we found that little glow thing. Glow squid. Oh, I'm gonna push this. Very bad. There's a glow squid there, but I was. I have any cooks? I have one. Gonna be very close, but I really can't afford that. Whew. That's that side. Over here. Oh, this is the bigger cavern. Did always die. I don't think that's diamond. There was one here that had diamond. If I remember correctly. Why is that skeleton moving so fast? Yeah, that's not diamond. Diamond on this side. No. This is quite the cavernous cave. Cavernous cave. Huh. Trying to get me. Oh, there's an Enderman. What happens if I do this? Too late. Is there a way to do anything, I guess? That's red. I believe that's red. Oh, the observe tag was from emergency management. Okay. That most definitely looks like an entrance somewhere. Right out that way. Although there really doesn't look like much here. Remember when there was gold? No gold here. Don't believe we should risk it if there ain't no gold. Going back up. New tornado warning in Georgia. What? Oh, that's up here. Wow. Yep, there it is. Yes, it is a continuation of the one we were just looking at. This is the one. This is the one here I was just drawing. That was there. So the new tornado warnings right here. See, is it observed or radar indicated? This could be a little hook. No, though. The way that looks. Let's see what the velocities look like. Interesting. That is more prone, I would say, than here. But unless they're thinking this is going to move right into here. Yeah, there's a storm track. So this is about to move here. So there might not be a tornado formed here, but that's where there could be one very shortly. And by that time, it's in Georgia. This tornado watch. Actually, it's funny. Is it outside the tornado watch? No, it's inside the tornado watch. The tornado watch looks like it goes all the way up here. This looks another one. That was close. Oh yeah, that is the same one. Can it get up here? I don't think it can. Just made it mad and it's not doing anything. Wow, look at all that purple. It was really going around. Oh, there it is. That's nothing there. The fuck was that? If there were no mobs, love to explore this. Sounds like the sun's rising. It really wants me. So mad, look at it. Distance? Scared me a little, I'll be honest. You know the water weakens it. A little closer on this side. So mad, look at it. Come on, right below me. Come over here. Really want to try and get you from above. This way? Okay. Now you're over there. Are you? Come on over here. I really think this is a stalemate right now. Alright, we're gonna go back up. Anything over here? Wait, I'm lost. Oh, it's under here. Okay. There's the stick. Those way. Only other option I have is around this way. This is our new mining area. Oh shit! How the fuck did it get up there? Whew. Okay. Wow. It did need the lightsaber to kill the Enderman. Oh, that really scared me. Okay. Let's get back to home base. Let's see. I think we're going the right way here. 218. All right, I was like right over it, I think. Yes, I hear it. Okay, so home base should be here. Yes. All my stuff, I know exactly where it is. So we're gonna go down and get it. I actually got scared. That's why. One of these two sides is gonna have it. Nope, not this side. Oh, I remember. Okay. I went in here. I was digging. Ah. Got everything back. Good, I got my experience back. Put sword there. Kill you, Enderman. How did it get through this? That's what I want to know. If that was a place to die, that was the best place to die. I think I am out of torches. I am out of torches. You have coal, I have sticks. Where it showed me. Oh, it's in red. Okay. Stick. Ooh, iron. Yay, more iron. Weird. It wasn't iron in stone. It was like iron in raw iron. I have it anyway. Where this stuff is. Where's it tell me that? So see on the right, it says ground. Oh, like F Carver replica. Stone over. Oh, there we go. Ah, okay, I see it. So stone, deep slate. That's interesting. Cobbled deep slate. That's new. So that raw iron was in deep slate. Where are we? We're negative 17. We're deep into the Minecraft world. Ooh, is that bedrock? Oh, that's more deep slate. What is this deep slate? Cobbled deep slate. Oh, did the storms knock out that Alabama radar? I have seen that before. More deep slate. Deep slate. Where? Takes a little longer. Also, enlighten this. Slate. New to me. Here's another creep. All right, let's find out what this deep slate is. Deep slate is a stone type found deep underground in the overworld that functions similarly to regular stone but takes significantly longer to mine. Okay, so it doesn't do anything different. That's good to know, so I don't have to waste my time. Lost my act. Go back up. I hear my chicken, so I know I'm close. Oh, we're at night. Reason I keep feelings low. Enderman comes away. He can't enter. Got an egg. Oh, really wants to go. See what we got in the furnace too. Hopper. Cook some salmon. And we will cook. We will. Ow, what the term is? Put the raw iron in the furnace. Raw iron is now in the furnace. Put the egg over there. And we're getting some more iron ingots. Who need another pig? I think we're making some more iron. Table. Two. 3. And a pickaxe. So that's the song. Plays when the sun's up. Got more iron. What happens if I take this cobbled making something? There's deep slate. That run down, make some deep slate. Oh, and I ran it. That out. That out. Put that coal. Oh. That coal. That coal back. Chicken pop. Egg. Some coal with me. Goose planks. Plate. Expand my wooden box. We have a new pickaxe. So, go back down. So let's take a quick peek at the radar, see what's going on here. It actually kind of looks like the storms are dissipating, which is expected. They're thinner now. Energy source for these, which is the sun, 21 minutes old. Oh, this is the one that you said is down. Ooh, that's a bad radar to go down there. There's not really a close one near this. It's getting a little bit more pixelated because it's farther away. Minecraft. We won't go too much longer. This might turn into 45 minutes of a weather forecast and an hour and 15 minutes of gaming. Which, I mean, if I'm labeling this on YouTube as gaming, it should be mostly gaming. Right? We're in some zombies. Oh, we got some water. Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, I am in the wrong state. There we go. Birmingham. This is what the Birmingham, Alabama radar is seeing. Which it kind of looks like it's the same thing where the line is thinning out, so it's losing energy. Which we kind of saw already. Actually, I don't. Check one thing here. So I'm going to switch over super quick. Just see if Reed Timmer is still live or he's done. I don't see it as soon as I get into YouTube, so he's probably done. Yeah, he finished the stream. And then right under his live stream is from AccuWeather from 9 years ago, YouTube's recommending. Oh, it's this one. Hang on here. Let me fast forward to this. This was the next recommended video. I very much remember this tornado. Look at that. And there it gets a little bit more definition. Look at that. Man. Oh, this is Reed Timmer. That's why. It's AccuWeather. And it was submitted. Oh, he's out of gas. It was submitted by Reed Timmer to AccuWeather from 9 years ago. Look at all these recommendations. And then Star Wars. Then a raccoon. That is the way of YouTube themes. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while either. Going underwater here? There is no air up here. So we might do a little deviation. We are mining in Minecraft. That's the name of the game. Probably nothing I'm gonna get out of this, but let's see. Oh, that's different. What is this? Tough? Interesting new material. New recipes. Okay, we'll get a little bit more of this. Here. Iron. It looks like redstone. I am. Oh no. I am running out of air. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Oh. Iron. Iron. There. think there was. I don't see it. Some more iron. Got enough for the next pickaxe. There's a lot of water under here. Nothing significant. A lot of water going deeper down. I don't know if the water's just going down. Eventually it's gotta stop, right? There. Oh, got drift away. More copper. And more copper. Up there. I'm just gonna. Ah, that's better. That we're into the negatives underground. I don't know how much more we're gonna get out of this. We'll see. Gotta hit bedrock soon. No difference. All the same. We are deep underground now. Too bad you can't make it like a copper pickaxe, because in real life you definitely could. Oh, and we're done. All right, where did we get down? -18 is the level we got. Get all the way back up. Oh, skeletons. Guessing it's still night. Alright, so home base level 64. Yep, it's frame rate dropped a little bit as there's more things to render for the processor. Alright, that's gonna be a wrap there. Well, Raymond, thank you for joining. So overall, there is quite a bit of weather action still going on. This system that's been giving tornado after tornado after tornado for the past 4 days, 5 days, is finally going to start breaking once it comes up to the northeast with us. But it's not going to be tornadic. It looks like it's just going to be rainstorm. That's all we're really going to see out of it. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're definitely going to want to bring all the rain gear because we're going to see quite a bit of rain. We do have a little bit of a drought deficit in some places in the tri-state region. Maybe we'll make it up over the next few days with the rain coming through. There's still a lot of energy with this system that's been spanning the country, and it's just going to be dissipating the remnants of it in the form of rain for us in the Northeast. We don't have to deal with tornadoes, although, however exciting the tornadoes are, we really, in the Northeast, it's very densely populated, so we don't want tornadoes up here. So, rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Temperatures will be chilly or cool in the 40s and the 50s for the highs. So, overnight lows are getting down to the low 40s in some spots. Then, going into Memorial Day weekend. Saturday, still, you're going to have some spot showers here and there. It's breaking up a little bit more because that system is losing the last bit of its energy. And we're going to see the temperature start to rise a little bit. Okay, I'm on the right thing. We're going to start to see the temperature rise a little bit on Saturday. Then once that system's done, it's really pretty much done on Saturday. Sunday, it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent day. In terms of the rain, it's gone. There could be some leftover clouds, so maybe a partly cloudy kind of day. Sun in and out, but the temperature's getting back up into the 60s. And then for Memorial Day on Monday, if you happen to be off, it's actually going to be a really nice day. Probably be crowded at the beaches, but maybe a good beach day, maybe not a good ocean day, because it's still spring and the ocean temperature is still going to be cool. So that's where, again, if you're spending time in the ocean waters, hypothermia could be a thing. We talked about this once earlier in the year where it was unseasonably warm. I think it was like March. It was like 80 for one day, or it was probably March. But the National Weather Service actually put out a thing that said, yes, it's going to be 80. However, the ocean temperature is not going to be changing. It's still going to be cold, so hypothermia could be a thing. So that's a thing to keep in mind. Now, also going into... Oh, why is my thing also behind? There we go. Okay, cool. Going into Sunday, again, pretty nice day. Partly cloudy skies, warmer temperatures. Memorial Day Monday. Looks like it could be a mostly sunny day for Memorial Day with temperatures in the 70s. Tuesday after Memorial Day also looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day, which is great. Then after that, I don't give too much of detail in terms of forecast because I don't like to go beyond the 7-day. So if you want to go beyond the Memorial Day forecast, definitely check back on the channel. So if you're new to the channel and you're watching this in the repeat, hit the little subscribe button below and the little bell icon right next to that so you get notified when I go live like this or I upload some videos. I have just some niche Star Wars content that actually gained quite a bit of traction. Raymond, I don't know if you saw or are interested in Star Wars, but I put a short up around this Emperor Palpatine lightsaber that's made out of solid brass from TheorySabers.com. Go check it out if you want to get some lightsabers. I got 1,700 views from that short that said I got this and I was going to have a longer video on it. So people love the Star Wars content, which is what I was kind of catering to for May the 4th Be With You season. The season of the Force is what Disney calls it in their parks too for Galaxy's Edge. So again, if you want to check back, subscribe, hit that notification icon so you get notified when I go live. And the last thing, oh, here it is. It's in my affiliate link. Check out bettersaferadio.com for your emergency communication radios. So beyond just the NOAA weather radio, which we said was undergoing some maintenance around the Binghamton one, if you have an emergency radio, you can get access to the NOAA weather radio system.
These 5 to 7 feet, occasionally to 9 feet. Wave detail, east 7 feet at 7 seconds and east 1 foot at 4 seconds.
So you can get access to that without any kind of internet connection. These are just radio waves being broadcast all around you all the time. So whether or not you have a radio that can, a NOAA weather radio that can listen to that, it's always going to be around you, those type of frequencies, the NOAA weather frequencies. So it's good to head to bettersaferadio.com to get not just radios that are capable of listening to the NOAA weather radio, but also some sort of emergency communication radio. Because if there's a situation where the internet goes down and the cell network goes down, what are you going to do? You have some sort of radio that is GMRS, which I have a license for, so I'm a licensed GMRS operator, or a ham radio, which has been around for a long, long time. And there's a lot of frequencies that you can choose from on the ham frequencies, which came in handy a lot with the hurricanes that hit Georgia last year. Ham radio operators were able to help coordinate where people needed help, which is very cool. So, bettersaferadio.com, get your emergency communication radio, which the owner of bettersaferadio.com, Mark, pre-programs the radios with those NOAA weather radio frequencies. All right, Raymond, it was an absolute pleasure, as always, joining me on the channel here. Anybody else? Feel free to check me out in past videos coming up. All right, that's going to be a wrap for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. If you are in tonight, specifically the area with the tornadoes, definitely listen to the NOAA weather radio or any emergency communications that you may receive and heed the warnings to stay safe. All right, everybody, this is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Again, please stay safe out there throughout all the kinds of weather out there, and I will see you all in that next video.